Hey guys, it's Lisa. Let me check and make sure that I'm even live. Oh, YouTube. Goodness. Just don't have the energy right now sometimes for the tubes. Let me see, am I live? Okay, I'm live. All right. Goodness. Honey, let me tell you something. I was just like, no, y'all ain't playing with me tonight. Anyway, how you doing, Miss Marilyn? How is everybody doing today? Y'all come on in the room. It's been a minute since I've done one of these new moon or lunar cycle or full moon cycle lives. Hey CJD, how you doing, darling? It's been a minute, and so I was running late, and I said, you know what, gosh darn it all, we still gonna go live because I really wanted to still do it. Okay, and it's just been, I know people might not be up or whatever. I'm gonna put the membership link down in here. I'm not gonna really worry too much about it. This is the YouTube membership link, and then if you want to go to my website for the other memberships where you can work with me, you can do that. You can do that there. Okay. All right, let's go on and get going because I know it's late in the day, y'all. It's late in the evening. But I wanted to come to y'all. Let me make sure. Hold on, let me add my... Oh, let me go here. There it is. Okay. All right, so this is the chart that for the full moon. Now, this full moon is also a lunar eclipse. It is in Capricorn. It is called the Buck Moon, which has its own level of significance, and we're going to talk about that in a second. It's the first full moon of the summer. It is, oh my gosh, there's just so many levels of significance to this. And that's kind of why I want to talk about it right now, and hopefully we'll go on and this will bless you all as much as it's been blessing me. Things are still going a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs around here, right? Something, politically, some things are clearing up. Thank goodness. Some things, hey, Miss Teresia, some things are not yet cleared up. Hey, Teardrops, did you get my email? But we're still in this weird space. Another reason why this particular lunar cycle has been significant is because anytime you have the solar and lunar eclipses back to back like this, especially in the Cancerian / Capricornian axis, we are setting in motion for the next 6 months certain energies. We're setting in motion certain tasks, certain positions. We're setting a lot in motion for the next 6 months. So this is actually a fairly important lunar cycle to pay attention to and to understand. Now I'm going to be speaking in this from a mundane, hey Sagittarius, from a mundane perspective. In other words, global perspective. We're not talking about this for individuals. I've just started getting up the individual readings for the members. I'm posting Virgo as soon as we get done here. And we'll keep posting them, and then I'll start rolling them out for the general population. But let's take a peek on where we're at. So the moon is up here, right, in Capricorn. Sun down here opposing. Remember, that's what it always is, right? The full moon in opposition, right? The problem is this time we've got good old Earth. From our perspective, it's an eclipse because good old Earth is kind of in the middle here, blocking everything. Okay, I should probably undo that. I'm sure I can come up with something better than that, can't I? Can we come up with an Earth 3D shapes? Let me see what I come up with here. Okay, here we go. We could do an earth right here, okay? So we're going to make us a sphere right here in the middle. We could do better. See? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We done done the darn thing, y'all. We done the darn thing. Let me move the earth up a little bit. Let me move the earth up so it's right there. All right. See, we could do these things. We're going to go back to the brushes. All right, here we go. So the earth is in the middle, blocking the whole thing. The earth is usually in the middle of this anyway. This is not a sun-centric astrological chart. So from the Earth's perspective, even though we know that it's opposing in opposition, typically we're kind of dipped off in the cut so we can see the full-on opposition and we can see the full reflection of the sunlight on the moon. Now, we've talked about what this means energetically before, but for those of you that haven't heard it yet, when the sun, who you are centralized, reflects off the moon, your feelings, hidden emotions, all those things, you see your emotions quite clearly. You should be able to see the energy and feel the energy of your intentions quite clearly. Those you have knowingly set and those you have unknowingly set. This is why this is a fantastic time for you to release the intentions you set during the new moon, right? New moon, we set intentions. Full moon, we release. New moon, we set the energy up for the month. Full moon, we release it and get it into a manifestation mode. So by the time we come back around to the next new moon cycle, we're ready to move on to the next task. What happens when there are eclipses is we can't see the light. So we can't see how we're feeling. We can't see, right, the emotion. We can't see it. We couldn't see the light at the new moon because of the solar eclipse. Now we can't see the reflection of the sun on the full moon because of the lunar eclipse. What does that say to me? That says to me that this means we're on our own. And that's not necessarily, hello, Ezekiel, hello, darling. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for us to be kind of on our own. Because now this is an opportunity for us as an individual to truly define what energy, people, what do we want in our life now. It is time for us to not depend on what the world says we should be, or what astrology says we should go after, or what the last tarot reading we got says we should be doing. Now it's a time for us to say, you know what, I've heard all this before. And so I need to tap into my own individual power to find my own individual truth, because it is not until each of us as individuals really come into the fullness of who we are and then bring that to the collective that we can begin to have honest conversations and we can begin to make honest forward movement in healing humanity and stopping humanity from going down a very dark, dark path. Because there's a very dark, dark collective think path, and we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit, that this power of this lunar eclipse is actually a blessing in disguise. Let's kind of go a little bit further. Hello, Elvie. Elvie. Hello, Elvie. So let's go a little bit further. What we have over here as well, we have Jupiter in retrograde, Pluto in retrograde, conjunct, and Saturn in retrograde just this side. This is on the 4th and 5th of July. So on July 4th at 11:44 p.m. Central Time, 12:44 a.m. Eastern, right? And so 9:44 p.m. Pacific, so figure out where you're at in that line. That's when this moon is at its zenith, at its strongest. We'll probably do a live meditation at that point, or I'll do a premiere for it. But Jupiter and Pluto in retrograde. conjunct again in Capricorn, this time without the benefit of the benefic South Node in Capricorn. The last time they met, the last time all three of these planets were, matter of fact, all four of these entities were in Capricorn, we had the South Node in Capricorn to kind of soften the blow, because we had the North Node in Cancer, so that's kind of loving, giving, all kinds of cutesy and wonderful, right? Beautiful. It's like, okay, we're going to be a little bit nicer. Now at this point, the South Node is in Sagittarius, the North Node is in Gemini, and it's like, you know what? We on our own thing over here right now, boo-boo. We trying to do this, we trying to do that, we trying to get there, and I can do all things. I can do all things, and in Gemini, the mind's moving rather quickly to decide to do all things, Sagittarius. So what does this tell me right here? This says on an individual basis, now this is full force. This is full force, Moon, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn in Capricorn. Foundation, structure, restructure, government, religious beliefs, social mores, social beliefs, all of these things, how we interact with religion, how we interact with ourselves, how we interact with our peers, how we interact with our spouses, our significant others, our lovers, our friends, our family, everything. Who the heck are we? Who the heck are we? See, these three came together before. Now, I don't think these three will come together again in a conjunction. I don't believe. But these three have been together before, and they've done this dance earlier in the year. Or late last year, earlier this year, if you might recall. So this is giving us a reprieve, a rebrand, hey 87 Sparker, hey Walkabout Bridge, a restructure. Right? This is a pause, rewind, reset. And it's giving us a time to say, who are you? Again, now without the benefit of the sun showing you who you are and maybe potentially how you should feel. Because by now you should kind of have an idea. But also what this is doing is by this being a lunar eclipse, this is keeping the world view out of your view just for a moment. The world's emotions that are going haywire, the world's emotional energy that is lowering and going further into fear and anger and worry and all of this, the world itself and confusion, it's giving you the opportunity to remove yourself come outside that for just 1 minute. And can you see the practicalities? Can you see the actual abilities? Can you see where you are in need of a deep transformation or to continue on the transformation you've been on so that you can achieve the expansion, the luck, the fortune, creating Jupiter, your own world, and Saturn, and we're going to finish clearing out whatever little karma might need to be cleared. But in all actuality, I believe it's also a realization that there's a lot of karma you've taken on that you actually don't own. Now, how the heck did I come to that conclusion? I'm going to tell you how. Because here we have Neptune in the last decan of Pisces. It is in retrograde on the moon's ascendant, basically. So it is in retrograde, and it is sextiling these shenanigans. It's sextiling those shenanigans. So I believe that, when we have this, there's two things that happen when Neptune goes into retrograde in Pisces in its home planet, the home sign. Two things happen. First thing that happens is there's a whole heck of a lot more confusion. Like, it's really like, everybody's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at this point. Because don't forget, it's also trining the moon and Mercury in retrograde. We need to, I mean, the sun and Mercury in retrograde, we need to not be paying as close attention to what we're hearing from the programming and the information. I heard someone today, I was watching a video that young Pharaoh was on, and he said information is ways people use to change our inside, to reform us on the inside. Information. It changes how we are formulated on the inside. So be very careful what information you are allowing to enter into your auric field, your energetic being, and to change you. Be very careful of that. I think that, to me, both that happens, and then at the same time, because we're not seeing the emotion, we're not picking it up, that's being blocked, right? Because that's not this full moon energy. It's very strong, don't get me wrong, but it's very strong on a very close, personal, internal self. It's not that the world is not going to be able to see this moon, so to speak. You will feel that energy, though, and it will help you find truth. So the other thing that happens when we have Neptune in retrograde is some things that we thought were true, we realized it was actually all an illusion, and we have disillusioned ourselves. There's some of us have taken on some karma for other people. When you're in codependent relationships, when you're in familial or friendship relationships where you're always the fixer and you're always responsible for everything, those are codependent relationships. Sometimes we're an empath and we're in a empath-narcissist relationship. They put everything on you. Okay, so when you're in those types of relationships, we take on this responsibility and feel like we got to clear somebody else's crap. And really, karma is the reaping of what you've sown. That's on its essence, that's what karma is. The reaping of what you've sown. So why are you taking on somebody else's harvest? Why is that your responsibility? Also, seeing the fruits of the trees of other people and entities and energies, seeing that fruit clearly, because now Neptune has gone backwards and we don't have this like crazy emotion running around. Mercury is in retrograde saying, oh, possibly we've had some double talk going on here. And Jupiter and Pluto conjunct in retrograde in Capricorn is saying, hey, wait a minute now. I need to tap into my own individual power because I've been looking and paying attention to these external structures, and these external structures are not working, they're failing, and we need to recreate this. But I gotta find a truth within myself in order to bring it back out to the rest of the world. This is because we're transitioning into this age of Aquarius. The individual think meets group think. The individual meets the collective. Your individual power then actually assists in the collective consciousness being elevated and true in a very soulful fashion without you losing your individuality. This whole concept of groupthink and structure, and you got to go to this building and this edifice and belong to this and have that and have this concept and have this belief system, that's all crumbling and going away. It is no longer necessary. This is the understanding of who you are as a divine being as we are transitioning into this age of Aquarius. And the reason why this is so difficult right now is because those that are controlling the group think want to continue not only the group think, but to use this age of technology in order to basically make us all part of a collective digital consciousness. That was a lot. Hey SR, how are you? Woke up sassy, baby. How you doing? That was a lot. And that will be a members only discussion very soon. Maybe it'll be public. I don't know. The other things that are going on, and we'll talk about it, I want y'all to just let that marinate for just 1 minute. Marinate on that. We talk about the Matrix a whole lot, and this ain't got nothing to do with this right here, but just listen to me. We talk about the Matrix a lot as a movie, right? As waking up, as red pilling, as all this stuff, right? About this, understanding that we're living in a construct and this, that, and the third. The thing we don't take to the next level is this. And there was just some New York Times, I think it was the New York Times, I will find it and I will bring it up to you at a later date. There was just an article where they were talking about how wonderful it would be for humanity to go away, and how for all of our consciousnesses to be uploaded into a virtual reality. I believe it was in the New York Times. I will verify that and bring you the article at a later broadcast. This is where do you see where I'm saying? If we're going to take part of these things that we've been shown, we got to understand that there's more to it than what we've been shown. So I'm going to let y'all marinate on that. Now, moving along. How are the other planets helping or hindering or doing whatever? So we also know that we have Mars transiting. It's back home in Aries. Mars is going to hang out at home until January 6th, 2021. Did you hear me? January 6th, 2021. If you don't think that you are setting something for the next 6 months in motion right today, that in and of itself should tell you there's going to be a lot of aggressive me, and there's nothing wrong with it. Grab that Mars, do you, baby, and do the best you. Now, I'm not saying harm anybody else, but do you, baby, and do the best damn you got. Mars is telling you to do these things for the next 6 months. So we've got personal power up here. We've got Mars down here. Thank you, Sunny Disposition. We got Mars down there running amok in Aries at home, saying, I'm at home now, and guess what? I'm going to do me, and I'm going to encourage you to do you. I think it's absolutely amazing energy. Why? Because hopefully this will wake some people up to come out of this collective crazy. Hey, Miss Sharon. Right? To come out of the collective fear, the collective nutso, the collective control, and do you. Empowered. So Mars is direct, Uranus and Taurus is direct, and finally Venus in Gemini is direct. Those are the 3 planets that are direct at the moment. Uranus is not quite completely trining, but it's trining, not dead on, but it's trining all this loveliness up here as well. So that means that the shakeup on a very individual level is being co-signed on. Okay, it's an agreement. So this is actually a good time for you to put into motion or put into foundation some very basic, fundamental, revolutionary to yourself changes, entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth. Set these things in motion. Understand that your apple carts are going to further be upset. There is further change that needs to happen. The beauty of it this time, though, is Uranus is also still sextiling Neptune in retrograde. And so again, this is kind of, you can either choose to fall further into the illusion, or you can be having the veil ripped and opened up. You can be entering into the apocalypse mindset. And an apocalypse mindset, all that is, apocalypse comes from the Greek word apocalypsis, which means tearing, ripping, removing of the veil. So you are seeing. That is a beautiful thing. Don't decide you're not going to see. Now, Mercury in retro, then we'll go back to Venus. Venus in Gemini is a great time as well to be starting businesses, finding the beauty in a new life, a new walk, a new way. Find the beauty in it. Don't deny it. And then finally, Mercury in retrograde in Cancer, actually almost pretty much opposing the moon as well. Don't run around telling everybody about your new individual freedom, your new individual thoughts, your new individual whatever. Keep it to yourself. Work through what this looks like, feels like, what you think it is. Work through all that foundation. Also, if people are telling you things that don't ring true within your inner being, in your heart, Cancer is the heart, okay? The heart chakra, zodiac sign. If it doesn't ring true in your heart, then it probably ain't true. This is time for you to determine your individual truth. This is time for you to determine how your individual truth and how your individual power plays again with the collective. But you've got to hone in on this, okay? You got to hone in on this. At this full moon, it would be an excellent idea for you to be releasing toxic energies. Okay? Releasing toxic energies. Releasing yourself from toxic relationships, codependent relationships. This is a time for you to set yourself free from anything that's kept you codependent, anything that's not been fruitful for you, any karma or anything else that you've taken on of anybody else's. If they have their own little karmic debts to pay, then let them pay them. Stop taking it on yourself. All right? That's not going to help anybody, and it's definitely not going to help you. There you go. I think it's a fabulous time to start your own channel, Sharon. I think it's a fabulous time. Don't be opposed to Mooney. That's right. So anyway, that's kind of my summation. I did that pretty quickly, I think, hopefully. I think they did that pretty quick. So what we're going to be doing is, as I'm getting the rest of the Julys up, we are going to do a meditation and we're going to do a full moon meditation. Either it'll air at the height of the full moon, or right around maybe before then on Saturday the 4th. Saturday the 4th. So we can all join in together and do that. By that time, I'm also going to put up what my monthly, it's my birthday month, y'all. Happy birthday to me. I'm a Cancer. So I'm going to do a birthday month special, and I haven't decided what I want to do for that special yet. It's probably going to surround something about releasing this toxic energy, cutting those cords, doing all that good stuff. So, if you got some ideas about what we should do for a monthly special, just hit me up down below and give me some feedback, what you'd like to see. Okay. We are going to also be doing next week. I think I'm going to do another group coaching, or at least a group teaching about collective consciousness and entering into that. We need to talk about those things, but we're going to be doing this month period is a big empowerment month and getting in touch with your heart month on heartofinspiration.net. So if you haven't yet become a member over there, please feel free. You can become a member here. We'll be doing some more members only lives and things like that during the month as well here, as well as being able to do members only readings and so on and so forth. Okay. Thank you. My birthday is on July the 16th, so I do celebrate all month long. I will be a sage and wise, 52 years of age this year. I'm very proud of my age, and you know, hey, I'm proud to be 52, child. Let me tell you something. There's a whole lot of wisdom that comes when you get to your 50s, baby. It's a beautiful thing, honey. It's a beautiful thing. So we're going to be celebrating all the month long, and we're going to do some things. But I want to give a gift to you guys. So you guys let me know what you think we should do for a special for this birthday month. The full and new moon always falls on the weekends. Yeah. Oh. Consciously compartmentalize. Hey, Burger, how you doing, sweetie? So we gonna have a good time. So y'all give me an idea what we should do, what my gift to you all should be for this month of July, okay? Your childhood, oh, I thought, you listen, sunny disposition, I saw child, first I saw my hood friend, and then I saw child. I was like, your hood friend was born on July 16th. Who just turned 16? Well, why wouldn't your father be older than me? Girl, don't get me started with you, 87 Sparker. Do not get me started with you. All right, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here because I have to upload the Virgo videos, and then we're going to do some more. We're going to record some more. And I'm going to finish off these natal charts that I got going on and these other things. So we'll see y'all again. We're going to do some, I miss y'all being live. She going to get me started. I'm a young 52 though. Young and fabulous. I'm a young 52 and fabulous, honey. I'm that fabulous auntie that y'all love to hang around. But I am going to get my hair braided up. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys, let me get on out of here, okay? You all get some sleep. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys a whole lot. You guys have a fantastic evening, okay? We'll see you super soon. Namaste. Bye. Oh, and share this video. Share this video. Okay, see y'all later. Bye.